Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina in our Model Y Bender. So all sorts of weird. We're not in Mew. We're not in Maximus, the Cybertruck. We're in Bender, the Model Y, our 2020. This is my wife's Model Y that we turned FSD on for this trip coming up to North Carolina, which you've likely seen a little kind of clip cut of us coming up and just kind of briefly talking about the trip. Definitely winging it, just kind of having fun, trying to, be more in the moment and enjoy the trip than focusing too much on content personally. But I want to take advantage of it where I can to show you guys, different environments, driving in different areas. And right now we're going to head over to a local gas station. I don't really know yet. Let's actually go in here and type this in and see what comes up. Because I'd like to grab some things for us, some 7-Up for the father-in-law, some Monster Rockstar for me, some Sprite Zero for the wife, whatever, just kind of getting that early morning fizzy bub going. And we've got, a Valero. I haven't seen that in a while. I wonder what would be a good kind of bigger gas station. It's got Quick Trip, hands down. And that is about a 7-minute drive. Not bad. In fact, we can actually kind of go several different ways here, which is cool. So why don't we take this route? That'll work. We'll just go ahead and turn FSD on and see how it performs. So we're on 12.6.4. We're going back. This is a Hardware 3 Model Y. It's kind of old school for a lot of y'all. Definitely noticed some things when on the trip up here. First off, the trip was a piece of cake. Our real world mileage, why is that so hard to say real world together fast, was actually quite low. Based on my calculations, at 30% usage of our battery pack going about 104 kilometers, that translates to about 347 kilometers, it comes out to about 216 miles. It would have been our range at 100% charge with my wife and I, our 3 dogs, and our luggage. So that's pretty low. Grok had thrown out an estimate that depending on our efficiency, like we were doing about 170 watt hours per kilometer, and based on that, we should be getting closer to 270 real world miles of range, but it was much lower than that in actuality. But it didn't really impact our trip at all. I mean, we were stopped for like 6 to 10 minutes at the most. Our last one, I stopped at just a little bit longer because we didn't have a place to plug in at the Airbnb. So I wanted to make sure we had a healthy amount of charge, because right now we're at 39%. We're good. I wanted to make sure we charged up enough to go get dinner with our dad and be able to get back to the Airbnb with enough energy to have Sentry mode on, because we're not in a garage and we don't, again, have a charger or any external plugs at the Airbnb. It's an older place here in North Carolina, just old brick, nothing really to speak of. It's a nice, cozy little place. Bit of a rough night sleeping wise, but hey, it's part of the Airbnb experience. That's it though. Our charging experience, our driving experience, we flew up here fast. My goodness, I was surprised how fast the time was going by. You're kind of confident. All right. Yeah, that guy was sort of over the line there, so I was just curious to whether or not Bender would sort of move over. Hands down, the Cybertruck's version 13 has been far and away the best experience I've had on FSD, and from what I hear, Model Y in general is just kind of better at FSD. Yeah, so really considering the new Model Y on Hardware 4, the 2026s that are coming out, that I look forward to getting, hopefully here soon, soonish, fall time. I just got the email that I've got the authorization to take the Florida state test for my licensure as a real estate sales associate, technically. Not a realtor yet, because that's when you actually, join the National Association of Realtors and all that other stuff. So, terminology matters. But as soon as I get back, I'm going to hit the grindstone, schedule that test immediately, and just run in and try to get that done. That way, hopefully, all things considered, with onboarding and everything, I can start, throwing around houses by August, September, and start bringing in some extra revenue and rapidly close in on that performance Model Y in a bigger way and future purchases. That's just why that little rehash is there while we're at this red light, because it's going to be a pretty short trip. Might do the return trip too if you guys just want to see some content. Granted, while I was gone, we did have one of the Cybertruck videos drop, so I'm trying to keep things flowing as much as I can. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting the new Model Y. I'm seeing it more and more, and it's growing on me more and more. I dislike the aesthetic of the front end less and less, which I knew would happen with me. It doesn't take much for me to get over little changes that I don't like at first and end up liking it. And I still can't wait to see the final look of the performance Model Y. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, we're going to enjoy our time here for a couple of days. I'm going to get as much content as I can, just kind of driving around, doing different things in North Carolina, maybe even getting her father's reaction to FSD if we're able to. Here we go, good reaction to the light, good turn. It's actually really cool and I think I've mentioned this in other videos at certain times, is that when you're in a new area, when you're in a place that you don't live, that it's not what you're used to, FSD is so pivotally valuable in the sense that it's driving like a local, man. It knows where to go. It's already driving better than these folks here in North Carolina most of the time. We've had so many funny little situations where it just proves that humans everywhere are bad at driving. It doesn't really matter the state you're in. And FSD is just kicking ass. It's awesome. On confusing merges and roads and lane changes where I'm like, I am not exactly sure what lane I need to be in, Bender's got it. FSD is like, what's this one? And it just takes the maneuver, and it's awesome. So super helpful for being in new places, for road trips. And we got about another 4 minutes to get over to here to this this gas station. This is a pretty simple route. This is a cozy little area of Charlotte. I'm not familiar with North Carolina really at all. The last time I remember actually coming up to North Carolina, I was like 14, 15 years old, heading up here to do some serious mountain climbing with a buddy of mine and some family friends. And that's a whole nother story. That was a hell of a weekend. I definitely learned that I love to climb. I don't have as much a fear of heights as I thought. And that when those little cleats unlatch from a crevice in a rock and you swing around a mountain, to just hold on for dear life. Oh, anyway. Brain just turned off because I'm still trying to wake up. Apologies. Food Lion is so weird. Like, I know it's random as hell, but me seeing Food Lions, like, I haven't seen a Food Lion since I was probably 8, 9 years old in Apopka, Florida. I didn't know those were still a thing, but that's the second one I've seen out here. And I noticed a lot of excitement around getting updates too, but they're all these like minor fixes. I've all but basically lost hope that hardware 3 is really going to go anywhere, but we'll see. I'm still waiting to hear hopefully some good news on what's going on with CYBRLFT, RoboTaxi, and everything this month. I need to get caught back up on all that. I've been a little bit out of the loop with trying to spool up the gaming channel and preparing for the real estate stuff and this trip, and then I got another like boys military trip where we're all having a reunion next month. So there's just a lot going on right now. So I'm trying to keep my head on straight, on top of the fact that waking up this morning to see that, you know, Elon and Trump are having a family feud, and that's not good for anybody, which I'm not gonna, you know, get heavily into politics on this channel. That's just what's on my mind. I'm like, my goodness, this is not gonna be a good couple of days, weeks, however long this lasts ahead of us. So everybody, best advice I can give you is just wake up to a beautiful day the next morning, hug your family, and just live life to the fullest. Smile at a neighbor, make the best of hard times, because I don't know what the hell is coming. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, making content, experimenting with FSD, getting into the gaming stuff. We're getting ready to roll up to this quick trip here, which, on a side note, sorry, I get distracted by the quaintness of this neighborhood. This is nice. Just very much a mix in a lot of areas of old town design and modern design elements coming in. But these quick trips, I remembered yesterday, and I actually just remembered I've got some stuff at the Airbnb I forgot I bought yesterday. But they have an energy drink that my wife and I love that we can only ever find like when we go to like a quick trip in Arizona or Texas, and now here, thankfully. But if you guys have ever heard of Zions, spelled with an X, it's just one of those little things we've always loved, and they got them here at Quick Trip. So I'm gonna see what other flavors they got here. It's basically, I don't know that they are, but it feels like they're owned by like the same company that would be like the racetracks. This is kind of an example though of the lane selection. So it's weird in my mind. Like, I'm thinking that middle lane should have been how we would go straight through into this area, but those are both turning lanes, and then this is your straight through lane and your right lane. And sure, the marking's on the road. I would have figured it out and probably had to merge, but FSD just already know where to go. That's awesome. This is another really weird thing to me. These school buses feel like they're missing a stripe. You know what I mean? Like, that just looks weird, dude. Like, the spot between the two middle design elements that go back below the stop sign, like in Florida, those are black stripes that go all down the school bus. Like, all these school buses feel like their paint job's unfinished to me. Because they're just straight yellow. I don't know, totally random and stupid, but I think that's it for this part. I don't know if I'll include the round trip because I kind of just been a bit of a motor mouth talking about a lot of things that probably don't matter. So thank you guys for catching this little video here. I'm gonna run in, grab some things, and get back to the family. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Take care.